Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today, the 13th of February. And yeah, lots going on at the moment. So I think last week we did highlight the flag here in Euro USD. We have got a breakthrough in it. We are in an area of potential support. So there is a gap target that we've got here as well. So for me at the moment, we're still looking for shorts. You want to be looking for shorts off structure, and that there, which we have not quite tested, is the closest bit of structure, which is 106703. I would prefer a rejection higher up, so I would prefer a retest up here at 107,131, and then we are aiming for the gap down here at 106430. Not interested in jumping in short here. I think you're going to get a bounce off the gap anyway, which would then bring one of these plays into play, or one of these levels into play. And we do have a measured move for the flag all the way down here at 104356. So patience is key here. Wait for the structure. I wouldn't jump in for the gap. Let the gap close. It'll bounce off there. It'll come and reject one of those two levels, and that's going to be your opportunity. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen. We mucked around quite a bit here last week, and as you can see, up and then just big up and big down, and now it looks like we are starting to gather some speed. We do have a crossover here on the 8th hour, and if we get onto the hour, you will see Friday we had this massive pin bar off structure, gap did close as expected, and we've left another gap on the way up, but the whole of last week was above and below the moving average, so not much to trade there. What you're looking for is pullbacks onto structure, and I am going to say if that is the structure, there's a gap there, there's lots going on there, so I'd want to see what happens at 131358. Pull back onto that inside bar, engulfing bars or pin bars on that level. That's going to be the opportunity to buy into this, and then I would expect we have a potential trend reversal happening, and you can see the buyers coming in here. Okay, so that's kind of the dollar at the moment, but be patient, wait for the pullbacks. Moving on to the pound and British pound, Japanese yen. So we do have, again, up and down, up and down, up and down. This is actually just a triangle. There's the triangle. You can see we've been going sideways since pretty much middle of December last year, and it's been up and down, up and down, up and down. It's gradually getting smaller and squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. So something is brewing, definitely. Whether it's up or down is another debate. So for me, if you look at the daily, above and below the moving averages, I am still patiently sitting quietly here. This high of Friday is pretty much the key for me. So if we can get above there and find some support there, that's going to be the trigger for the longs. If we get below the high, actually the low of Friday, which is down here, break and retest, that's going to trigger the short. So until that happens, I am staying away from this. Lastly, Euro British pound, and we're just not getting anything. So we do have a bounce off the trend line here, not strong enough for me. We're in an area of what we would see as support, but every single bit of structure on the way down. So all these tails here have been ignored, and the Fibonacci retracement has also been ignored. You do have inside bar here, so that puts that level there into play. And other than that, I think I'd be very cautious of jumping in long at the moment. And if you look at it on the hour, you can see we've had quite a few days of downward trend at the moment. So looking at the oscillators right now, it is probably going to be another downward day. And there is the current level. You can see we're bouncing off that. This is your stop area. So if we get above 088731, I'd wait for a pullback onto that for this downward trend to break. That would probably set up the pullback, and then you'd have a bigger move up. So that would bring the long play in from the 8 hour. But be quite honest, I'm not 100% sure that's going to happen. Should be going with the trend. Current trend is down now that we are below the 155. So this is the first area. We have rejected it at the moment. So I would watch this in the during the European Open. Watch it this morning and see if we can get through it. If we start breaking below the lows of yesterday, that sort of breaks this trend line. And if it breaks the trend line, there is a bigger move to the downside in play, because then your next stop is going to be pretty much down here, which wasn't tested. So this area here has never been tested. You can see how we bounced off it, bounced off it, bounced off it, and we've never really tested it after the break, and that is 087833. So that's kind of my view. Start getting up above 088731. I'll change my tune. That means we're looking for a long, but if we bounce off here, it's going to be well worth looking for a short to see if this little bit of support breaks. And then you're looking at these inside tails here. Let's put that in. Then you're looking at 088047 and 087833 as your downward target. Anyway, that's it for me today on Forex. Hope it helps you, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.